She starts comparing you to every man who came after you. And when those thoughts start, she begins to experience something she hasn't felt before. Doubt. That doubt will consume her. She will play scenarios in her head. She will scroll through old pictures. She will search for clues in old messages trying to figure out why you were able to move on without her. And that feeling, it is far more powerful than any words you could ever say. Because now, she is experiencing what she never expected to feel. Being ignored. Women are used to men chasing them. They are used to men folding under pressure. They are used to men breaking at the first sign of distance. But when she sees you do nothing, when she realizes you have truly vanished, she feels something that shakes her to her core. She feels powerless. And that is when the real regret begins. Not when you send a message, not when you explain your side. Not when you try to be the bigger person, but when you do absolutely nothing. That is when she starts thinking, did I make a mistake? That is when she starts checking her phone, hoping to see your name. That is when she starts watching your stories even more, scrolling through your pictures late at night, wondering if you're with someone else. But she will never tell you that. She will never admit she regrets it, because that would mean surrendering power. So instead, she will post things to get your attention. She will act like she is happier than ever. She will do everything she can to make it seem like she has moved on. But behind the scenes, she is waiting. Waiting for you to react. Waiting for you to reach out. Waiting for you to break the silence. And when you don't, that's when the real panic begins. She starts realizing that maybe, just maybe, she was the one who lost something valuable. Maybe you weren't just another guy. Maybe you weren't as replaceable as she thought. And the more she realizes that, the more it eats away at her. This is why the man who disappears completely is the man she remembers forever, because he becomes the man she can never get back. And nothing haunts a woman more than the man who never came back. Number 5. If she really wanted you, she'd be there. If a woman truly wants you in her life, she will be there. No hesitation, no excuses, no mixed signals. Women don't sit around, waiting for a sign to reach out to a man they genuinely want. They don't sit in silence, watching from a distance, hoping he makes the first move. They act, they pursue, they make their presence known. But if she's just watching, if she's lingering in the background, if she's doing everything except reaching out, there's only one harsh truth. You are not a priority. She may be thinking about you. She may even miss you, but she doesn't value you enough to take action. And that is what separates men who waste time over a woman from men who understand their worth. A high-value man does not sit around wondering why she hasn't called. He does not overanalyze her silence. He does not let the fact that she's watching, his stories or checking his profile give him false hope, because he knows this simple, unshakable truth. If she wanted him, she would be there. She wouldn't leave things open-ended. She wouldn't test the waters with breadcrumbs. She wouldn't create unnecessary confusion. A woman who truly wants a man does whatever it takes to make sure he knows. She doesn't rely on social media views. She doesn't hide behind her pride. She doesn't wait for an opportunity. She makes one. But if she's silent, if she's doing everything except reaching out, then you were never the first choice. She's keeping you in her orbit, not because she plans on coming back, but because she wants to keep the door slightly open just in case. And that is the hardest truth most men refuse to accept. She is not struggling to find the courage to text you. She is not sitting by her phone debating whether she should reach out. She is not waiting for a sign. If she truly wanted you, she wouldn't care about any of that. She would swallow her pride, make the call, send the message, and do what is necessary to have you back in her life. But right now, she is not doing that. Right now, she is choosing to stay silent, and silence is an answer in itself. The man who understands this never waits. He never doubts. He never sits there hoping for a change of heart, because he knows that if she had truly valued what they had, she would have fought for it. And the fact that she didn't, that is all he needs to move forward. Women know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how their actions affect you. They know how silence makes a man overthink, how uncertainty makes him desperate, how a little bit of attention keeps him emotionally hooked. And that is why most men stay trapped in limbo, caught between waiting for her to come back and trying to convince themselves they've moved on. But a man who truly values himself does not play these games. He doesn't seek validation from a woman who has made it clear through her actions, not her words, that he is not important enough to fight. 4. He doesn't waste time trying to decode a woman's silence. He doesn't sit there wondering if she still thinks about him, if she still cares, if she regrets leaving, because he knows this fundamental truth. If she really wanted him, she would be there. No mixed signals, no mind games, no hesitation, just action. Women do not waste time on men they see as valuable. They do not risk losing men they truly desire. They do not sit in silence when they know that silence could cost them someone irreplaceable. The moment you truly understand this, you will never wait for a woman again. You will never sit around hoping she reaches out. You will never analyze her social media activity, wondering if she's trying to send you a hidden message. Because the only message that truly matters is the one she never sent. And when a woman says nothing, that is her answer. A high V-value man does not wait for a woman to realize his worth. He does not pause his life hoping that one day she will wake up and see what she lost. He moves forward. He focuses on himself. He builds his empire. He becomes the man she will regret losing. And when that day comes, when she finally realizes what she let go, she will reach out. But by then, it will be too late. Because the man she walked away from is not the same man anymore. He is stronger. He is sharper. He is untouchable. And the biggest regret, she will only start to panic when that belief is shattered. And the moment she realizes she no longer has control over you, she will lose her mind. That's why she will test the waters before ever reaching out. She will post something designed to get your attention, a picture with another guy, a status that hints at missing someone, a song lyric that is obviously about your past, and she will wait. She will see if you react. If you do, she wins. If you don't, that's when the panic starts, because now she's unsure. Now she doesn't know if she miscalculated. Now she starts wondering, did I actually lose him? Has he moved on? Why hasn't he reached out? Did he replace me? And this is when the tables turn. Because a woman's biggest fear is not losing a man, it's losing her grip on his emotions. That is why she will never reach out first. Because admitting she was wrong means surrendering the power dynamic. And for most women, that is unacceptable. So she will sit there watching, waiting, testing, hoping that one day you will give her a reason to believe she still has influence over you. That is why the most powerful move you can make is to walk away completely. The second she feels your absence, the second she realizes you're not reacting, not watching, not waiting, her entire strategy collapses. Because now she's the one who's unsure. She's the one who starts stalking your profile. She's the one who wonders if you've replaced her. She's the one who replays old memories. She's the one who overthinks every decision she made. And this is when the true regret sets in. Because now, for the first time, she's the one losing control. Now, she fears losing you more than she fears losing power. And when that moment happens, she will break. Number 3, the one who cares less wins. The moment you start caring less than she does, you win. This is the unspoken law of attraction that most men never understand. Women don't fall for love stories. They don't get attached because of words, promises, or history. They get attached to uncertainty, to mystery, to the feeling of not knowing where they stand with you. The second a woman figures you out, the moment she knows you are waiting, the moment she feels no challenge, she loses interest. She might still like you, she might still care, but she will not chase you, because in her mind, she already has you. And women don't chase what's already theirs. Women chase what they fear losing. A woman will obsess over the man she cannot fully have. She will lose sleep over a man who is unpredictable. She will fall deeply for a man who makes her feel like she could lose him at any moment. But if she knows you're waiting, if she knows you're still attached, if she knows you still care more than she does, she relaxes. She lets you do all the work. She enjoys the attention without needing to give anything in return. And this is where most men destroy their own value, because instead of holding the line, they chase. Instead of keeping their emotions in check, they overexpress themselves. Instead of being a challenge, they become predictable. And once a woman sees you as predictable, it's over. Why women are attracted to uncertainty. Have you ever noticed how women obsess over toxic men? Have you ever wondered why they always go back to the guy who treats them the worst? It's because of one simple reason. That man never lets her feel comfortable. She never fully knows where. She stands with him. One day he's attentive. The next day he's distant. One moment he makes her feel special. The next moment he pulls away. And while most men see this as cruel or manipulative, the truth is, this is what women crave. They don't want a man who bends to their every demand. They don't want a man who is always there, always available, always easy. They want the thrill of the chase. They want the emotional roller coaster. They want to feel like they need to earn your attention. And if you give your attention too freely, if you make yourself too accessible, you kill the attraction instantly. The problem is most men are conditioned to believe the opposite. Society tells you, be a nice guy, be available, show her you care, tell her how much she means to you. And then when you do all of that, she leaves. Why? Because she knows she has you. She has no reason to chase, no mystery to solve, no challenge to win. That's why the most attractive thing a man can do is to be completely detached from the outcome, to never care more than she does, to make her question where she stands with you. That is what keeps her interested, how you destroy your value without realizing it. Every time you double text, you lower your value. Every time you try to explain yourself, you become weaker. Every time you seek closure, you give her power. Because in her mind, she's thinking, if he still cares this much, I can have him back anytime I want. And if she believes she can have you whenever she wants, she will never want you again. Women do not respect men who chase. They respect men who walk away. They respect men who do not beg. They respect men who are too focused on their own life to care whether or not she comes back. And when you become that man, she will notice, she will feel the shift. And suddenly, she's the one who is chasing you. How to flip the power dynamic right now. She expects you to care more than she does. She expects you to be watching her stories. She expects you to be wondering about her. She expects you to reach out first. And when you don't, that's when her mind starts to spiral. She starts to question herself. Did I misjudge him? Has he moved on? Was he ever even mine to begin with? And when those thoughts start, she will feel something she hasn't felt in a long time. Doubt. And doubt is what brings women back. Because now, for the first time, she's the one who isn't sure. She's the one who feels powerless. And that is when she starts chasing. That is when she starts reaching out. That is when she realizes that you are not like other men. You are not desperate. You are not weak. You are not easy to control. And suddenly, she wants you more than ever. The ultimate mindset shift when you finally understand that the one who cares less always wins. You will never see women the same way again. You will never chase again. You will never beg for attention again. She's watching you. She thinks about you, but she will never reach out. And the reason why will shake you to your core. Most men live their entire lives in confusion, believing women operate on the same emotional framework as men. They don't. A woman would rather suffer in silence than admit she was wrong. She would rather stalk your profile, re-watch your stories, and whisper your name in her mind than actually take action. You think she's moved on number. She's watching, waiting, hoping. But she will never break first. And once you understand why, your entire perspective on relationships will change forever. Comment below. I'm ready. If you're ready for the raw, unfiltered truth. If you've ever felt the pain of a woman who once loved you suddenly acting like you don't exist, this will be the most important video you ever watch. Today, I will expose the 5 brutal truths about why she is watching, but will never reach out. If you're ready to hear every raw, unfiltered truth with maximum impact, keep watching, because by the end of this, you will see women, attraction, and your own self-worth in a way that will change your life forever. Number 1. She's addicted to watching. She can't stop watching you. She thinks about you, but she will never reach out. Not because she doesn't miss you, not because she's moved on, but because she's hooked on the feeling of watching without ever giving you the satisfaction of knowing. She's addicted to the power of observation. She lurks in the shadows, scrolling through your pictures, checking your stories, replaying old memories. But she will not break first. Why? Because women operate on a different emotional frequency than men. A man, when he truly misses someone, will reach out. He will make an effort. He will try to fix things. But a woman, she will wait. She will strategize. She will test you without saying a word. She doesn't watch because she wants you back. She watches because she needs to confirm that she still holds space in your mind. That is female psychology at its core. She doesn't want to risk being rejected. She doesn't want to risk looking weak. If she texts, if she calls, if she admits even for a second that she's been thinking about you, she loses the advantage. She can't afford to do that. Because for a woman, power is more important than closure. So, instead of reaching out, she watches. She waits. She lets time do the work for her. She believes that sooner or later you will break. She expects you to check her profile, to like her posts, to show up in her DMS. That's the game. That's the strategy. And most men fall for it. Men waste weeks, months, sometimes years thinking, if she's still watching, maybe she still cares. But that's not how women work. A woman doesn't reach out to the man she's still interested in. She reaches out to the man she's afraid of losing, forever. And right now, she doesn't think she's lost you. She still expects you to come back. So, she sits there silently collecting information on your life. She wants to see if you look happy without her. She wants to know if you're still thinking about her. She wants to know if you're dating someone new. And the moment she sees something she doesn't like, she will react, but not by reaching out. Instead, she'll post something meant to get your attention. She'll act like she's living her best life. She'll upload pictures with other men just to see if you notice, but she will not contact you because the moment she does, she's admitting that you have power over her emotions. And women do not surrender power unless they are forced to. If she truly wanted you back, she wouldn't just watch. You would already know. She would be in your inbox. She would be calling you. She would be making an effort. Women don't sit on the sidelines for men they can't afford to lose. So, if she's just watching, that means she's still keeping you as an option, not a priority. That is the truth you need to understand. And the moment you stop watching her back, the moment you cut her off completely, is the moment she will start to panic. Because suddenly she's the one wondering. Suddenly she's the one overthinking. And that is when the real shift happens. Your absence will start to haunt her. Your silence will be louder than any words because now, for the first time, she doesn't know what you're thinking. She doesn't know if you've moved on, and that drives her insane. Number 2, she fears losing control more than losing you. She doesn't miss you. She misses controlling you. She doesn't sit there crying over what she lost. She sits there wondering if she still has you emotionally hooked. If she truly feared losing you, she would have never let you go. But that's not what this is about. This is about power. A woman will leave a man not because she's unhappy, but because she no longer feels she's in charge of the relationship. She will test you over and over again. And if you fail those tests, if you break under pressure, if you become needy, if you start prioritizing her over your own purpose, she will begin the detachment process. Most men think a breakup happens suddenly. It doesn't. It happens in stages. And the truth is, by the time she actually walks away, she has already been emotionally checking out for weeks, months, sometimes even years. She was waiting for a reason to justify leaving. And when she found it, she left. Now, here's where most men go wrong. They assume that because she left, she must be done for good, that she must have found someone else, that she must be happy without them. But what they don't realize is that women don't always leave because they want to be done forever. They leave because they want to see what you will do. They want to see if you will break down, start chasing, start begging, start proving to them that they were the center of your world. That's when they know they made the right decision. Because the moment she sees you fall apart, the moment she sees you waiting, she knows she has you. And that's exactly why she will never reach out first. Because to her, reaching out would mean admitting that she no longer controls the situation. Women do not fear losing a man. They fear losing a man they can still manipulate. Think about this. If a woman truly values a man, she will do whatever it takes to keep him. She will make sure she is in his life. She will communicate. She will compromise. But if she's watching from the sidelines, not saying a word, it's because she still believes she holds the advantage. She thinks you're waiting. She thinks you're checking her social media. She thinks you're wondering about her, missing her, replaying the memories in your head. And as long as she believes that, she has no reason to come back, because in her mind she still owns space in your head.